There's your problem right there. It's not plugged in. Next, we have sound. How about guitar sound? You hearing that? Does it look like we're not getting sound on the guitar, Max? Okay, plan B. We have 2 ways of fixing this. Oh, that might be your problem right there. Shouldn't put your batteries in backwards. That's the lesson for today. For 2 reasons. One is it won't work. And the other is it got hot really fast. Ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba bim bam, ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba, ya ba ba ba, ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba bim bam, ya ba ba ba, ya ba 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 bam. Oh ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba bim bam, ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba, ya ba ba ba, ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba bim bam, ya ba ba ba, ya ba 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 bam. Ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba bim bam, ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba, ya ba ba ba, ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba bim bam, ya ba ba ba, ya ba 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 bam. Shabbat Shalom. So it's kind of an amazing Shabbat this weekend for a few reasons. One is, and there will be a quiz on this, we have a Rosh Chodesh coming up this week, the new moon, which is going to be a very dramatic new moon. We'll talk about that again soon. It's the new moon of Elul. And you know that there's a tradition that every day in the month of Elul, we're getting closer and closer to God, and God is getting closer and closer to us. And that one of my favorite things about the month, the name of a month is Elul. It stands for, they say that if you take the 4 letters that spell the name Elul, Aleph, Lamed, Vav, Lamed, then they are the first letters of the words Ani lidodi v'dodi li, I am my beloved and my beloved is mine. So it's kind of a love song to God as we're getting closer and closer. So I love that. And Helene has a Elul walk that she's planned for this year. She did it last year too, but I think she did one day last year. So she's going to try every Wednesday. If it's Wednesday, once the first group meets, they may decide another day. But right now, for Wednesdays at 8 o'clock at Betty, Virginia, on the Line Avenue side, inspiration, perspiration, I guess, at 8 o'clock in the morning of walking and thinking and getting more and more spiritually prepared. And that's a very cool thing to do. Do something to get ready. But we do have a Rosh Chodesh, and the quiz is going to be that Rosh Chodesh is on Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday, Wednesday this week. So when we get to that part in the service, if I remember to get to that part in the service, then remember that's what you have to answer, that the new month of Elul is Tuesday and Wednesday. And have any of you seen a solar eclipse in your lifetime? Do you remember seeing a solar eclipse in your lifetime? Do you remember, like, did you do it where you had to make one of those boxes with a pinhole and you saw the other side? With a pinhole on the box, and it's a teeny tiny moon, a teeny tiny sun. So Monday is going to be a solar eclipse, so we'll talk about that a little bit too. But please, 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 please remember, do not look at the light. Do not look at the sun. Don't look at it even if there's a little circle of light around it, because it can hurt your eye permanently. So please don't do that. Not even just to see if it won't hurt you. Please don't do that. And so there's lots of things that we want to do to get ready for Shabbat. We're going to begin on page 65. Sorry? And I think, I really need a lot of deep breaths today. I don't know about you. Everybody who's called me this week about, you know what happens. It's you got a minute? And so it's begun, and that is that I keep saying the beginning of the snowball. That the fact that Elul is beginning means that Rosh Hashanah is 1 month away. And we have to be ready already. Yes? The last solar eclipse was? When? Was anybody around in 1991? Okay, and what was the one before that? 79. And the one before that? I think 62. So some of us have had our chance to experience them, and we're going to get a pretty good eclipse view right from here. So, but as we said, the snowball has begun, the snowball that becomes the High Holy Days. So, because it's not, if I tell you that it's not just stress about the High Holy Days, because this week alone, we had more floods in the religious school wing, and we had the power went out once or twice, and the internet went out again. My boys and I were at a store at 10 o'clock at night buying a new modem for my house one night. I mean, it's not just High Holy Day stuff. That would be easier to deal with. It's everything. So please take a deep breath. Let it out slowly. And try again. Let it out slowly. And now we're at the tail end of having all of you help with the candle blessings. I invite you please to turn to page 65. And we rise for the candle blessings. And we read together. As these candles give light to all who behold them, so may we give light to all who behold us, as their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light. And we say in English, we praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe. You hallow us with your mitzvot and command us to kindle the lights of Shabbat. Let there be joy. Let there be peace. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kedeshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. And you open your eyes and you see the light in the world. Shabbat always starts when it's about to get dark and we light candles. I think that this is a Shabbat that the Reform movement has asked that everyone tries to light candles, and we always do. And we turn to pages 167 and 166, and we say, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Borei pori hagafen. We read together, we praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine. We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe. You call us to holiness with the mitzvah of Shabbat, the sign of your love, a reminder of your creative work and of our liberation from Egyptian bondage, our day of days. On Shabbat especially, We hearken to your call to serve you as a holy people. We praise you, O God, for the holiness of Shabbat, L'chaim. You may be seated, but you have to say Shabbat Shalom to somebody you came in with, somebody you didn't come in with. Make sure everybody gets a Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, Max, and bless you. I heard that sneeze before. And we are going to turn to the bottom of page 67. You got really quiet. We have come together to strengthen our bonds with our people Israel. Like Jews of generations past, we celebrate the grandeur of creation. Like Jews of every age, there's a fly on my book. Like Jews of every age, we echo our people's ancient call for justice. Our celebration is a sharing of memory and hope. We are Jews, but each of us is unique. We stand apart and alone with differing feelings and insights. And yet we are not entirely alone and separate, for we are children of one people and one heritage. Our celebration unites many separate selves into a single chorus. And we are one in search of life's meaning. All of us know despair and exaltation. All bear burdens. All have moments of weakness and times of strength. All sing songs of sorrow and love. May this celebration bring us strength along our way. In this circle of hope, in the presence of the sacred, may the heart come to know itself and its best, finding a fresh impulse to love the good. May our celebration lead us to work for the good. And may this Shabbat give strength to us and to our people Israel. And we sing about how wonderful it is for all of us to be here together. Hine ma tovu manahim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manahim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov, hine ma tov. Ya la 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 la. Hine ma tov, hine ma tov. Ya la 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 la. Hine ma tovu manahim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manahim, shevet achim gam yachad. He's back. Many are the generations of Israel, and in every age we have sought the living God through Sabbath rest and worship. This time and place hold the power to increase our joy in the eternal. O God, even as we seek you in the sanctuary, help us to know that your glory fills all space. Make us understand that you are with us at all times if we but open our minds to you. We feel the presence of your Spirit in our homes and on our ways. We see the beauty of your creation in mountain, sea, and sky, and in the human form. We hear you in the silence of our own hearts, speaking the truths the heart knows. May we be your witness to the world, your messenger to all the earth. May we serve forth your image within us, the divine spark that makes us human. Yitgadal v'yitkadash me rabba, be'alma divrach chiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, v'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayed chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala ba'agala uvizman kariv v'miru amen. Yehesh me rabba mevarach la'alam u'alme almaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpahar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemeh dekudisha b'richu le'elam min kol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'meru amen. Barechu et Adonai hamevorach Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. As day departs, as the dark of night descends, we lift our eyes to the heavens. In awe and wonder, our hearts cry out. Eternal God, how majestic is your name in all the earth. A vast universe, who can know it? What mind can fathom it? We look out to the endless suns and ask, what are we? What are our dreams and our hopes? What are we that you are mindful of us? What are we that you should care for us? And yet within us abides a measure of your spirit. You are remote, but oh, how near, ordering the stars in the vast solitudes of the dark, yet whispering in our minds that you are closer than the air we breathe. For you have made us little less than divine and crowned us with glory and honor. With love and awe we turn to you, and in the dark of the evening we seek the light of your presence. The dark of the evening we seek the light of your presence. I like that. One and only God, you have made each of us unique and formed us to be united in one family of life. Be with us, Eternal One, as we seek to unite our lives with your power and your love. We proclaim now your oneness and our own hope for unity. We acclaim your creative power in the universe and in ourselves, the law that binds world to world and heart to heart. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem, Kivod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. You may be seated except Rachel and Alexander. I think that's everybody, right? My bet class. Rachel, that's you, Rachel. My bet class. Well, so Rachel's bat mitzvah date is coming upon us. Speaking of, Elul, her bat mitzvah's in like 2 months, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you want to climb up? You can both get on there if you really want.
I'm more high because I'm good.
Okay, so get close.
Go like this.
Ready to go.
Which one are you doing? You have to. Okay. Thank you.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, Adonai Elohechem emet. And we say it together, you shall love your eternal God with all your being. Which I command you this day upon your heart. Teach them, speak of them when you go back, when you rise up. Bind them as a sign upon your hand. Let them be symbols before your eyes. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Be mindful of all my mitzvot and do them. So shall you consecrate yourselves
to your God. I am your eternal God, who led you out of Egypt to be your God. I am your eternal God.
How come you didn't do like, I am You're eternal God. He was good at that. You can sit down now. You can sit down now. Thank you, guys. That was awesome, ladies and gentlemen. We continue responsively on the top of page 73. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness, a world waiting still to be redeemed, give us, O source of good, the courage to say, there is one God in heaven and earth. The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and your love. From Egypt, the house of bondage, we were delivered. At Sinai, amid peals of thunder, we bound ourselves to your purpose. Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, we survived oppression and exile, time and again overcoming the forces that would have destroyed us. Our failings are many, our faults are great, yet it has been our glory to bear witness to our God and to keep alive in dark ages the vision of a world redeemed. May this vision never fade. Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we sing with one accord, as Moses, Miriam, and Israel sang at the shores of the sea. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nehedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot oseh peleh, nora tehilot oseh peleh, malechutecha Rahu vanecha bokei hayam lifnei Moshe zehilianu vehameru Adonai himloch l'olam avad. V'ne'emar, and it has been said, the Eternal One delivered Jacob and redeemed us from the hand of one stronger than ourselves. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. We praise you, O God, Redeemer of Israel. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Eternal God, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up to find our hearts waiting to do your will. We praise you, Guardian of Israel, whose love gives light to all the world. O God of Israel, may our worship on this day help us to grow in loyalty to our covenant with you and to the way of life it demands, the way of gentleness and justice, the path of truth and of peace. Vishameru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Beni uven b'nei Yisrael, oti le'olam, oti le'olam, oti le'olam. Vishameru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim ve'et ha'aretz, vishameru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Uvayom hashvi shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash, vishameru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Prayer invites God to let the divine presence suffuse our spirits, to let the divine will prevail in our lives, Prayer cannot bring water to parched fields, nor mend a broken bridge, nor rebuild a ruined city. But prayer can water an arid soul, mend a broken heart, and rebuild a weakened will. Please rise for the tefillah, which begins on page 76. This is not going to work. I'm stuck. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Eternal God, open my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, ve'Elohei Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'koneh HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, U'mevi Geula livnei v'neihem, L'ma'an Shemo be'ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshia u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Ve'ezrat Sarah. Please join with me at the bottom of the page. Source of all being, we turn to you, as did our people in ancient days. They beheld you in the heavens. They felt you in their hearts. They sought you in their lives. Now their quest is ours. Help us, O God, to celebrate the wonder of being. Give us the courage to search for truth. Teach us the path to a better life. So shall we, by our lives and our labors, bring nearer to realization the great hope inherited from ages past, for a world transformed by liberty, justice, and peace. Your might, O God, is everlasting. Help us to use our strength for good. You are the source of life and blessing. Help us to choose life for ourselves and our children. You are the support of the falling. Help us to lift up the fallen. You are the author of freedom. Help us to free the captive. You are our hope in death as in life. Help us to keep faith with those who sleep in the dust. Your might, O God, is everlasting. Help us to use our strength for good. Atah Kadosh, you are holy, and your name is Kadosh, holy. And those who strive to be Kadoshim, holy, declare your glory day by day. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. We praise you, Eternal One, the Holy God. You may be seated. Yismechu v'malechutecha, shomere, 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 Shabbat, koreh oneg Shabbat. Mekadeshi, mekadeshi shvi Shabbat, kulam yisbehu v'yitangu mituvecha Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha, shomere, 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 Shabbat, koreh oneg Shabbat, v'hashvi ratzita bo v'kidashto Shabbat, chemdat yamim oto karata Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha, shomere, 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 Shabbat, koreh oneg Shabbat. Zecher lemase, lemase v'reshit Shabbat. Zecher lemase, lemase v'reshit Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha, shomere, 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 Shabbat, koreh oneg Shabbat. God of Israel, may our worship on this Sabbath bring us near to all that is high and holy. May it bind the generations in bonds of love and sharing, and unite us with our people in common hope and faith. And through Sabbath rest and worship, may we learn to find fulfillment and joy in the vision of peace for all the world. You are with us in our prayer, in our love and our doubt, in our longing to feel your presence and to do your will. You are the still, clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble and pain clouds the mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers. There may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. Eternal source of good, we give thanks for the numberless gifts and blessings that fill our days, for life itself and its endless variety, for all that sustains body and mind, for love and friendship, for the delights of our senses, and for the excellence of your Torah, which deepens our life and enriches our days. Teach us, God of wonders, to work for a just and compassionate society, where all may share your gifts and the joy of freedom. Continue to read with me, please. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country, that it may always be a stronghold of peace and its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within its borders, health and happiness within its homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship among the inhabitants of all lands, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. We praise you, O God, the source of peace. We take a moment now for silent prayer. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, be acceptable to you. God, my rock and my redeemer, God, my rock and redeemer. We turn to page 162. And we pray for a whole month of wonderful things. So what did we say it was going to be? Which month? The month of Elul. And it starts on Tuesday and Wednesday. And Tuesday starts Monday night. Just saying. Yehi ratzon milfanecha Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu shetechadesh aleinu et hachodesh haba l'tova v'livracha, our God and God of our ancestors. May the new month bring us renewed good and blessing. May we have long life, peace, prosperity, and health, a life full of blessing, a life exalted by love of Torah and reverence for the divine, a life in which the longings of our hearts are fulfilled for good. Misha'asa nisim lavotenu ulimotenu v'ga'alotam me'avdut lecherut. Wondrous God, In ancient days, you led our people from bondage to freedom. Redeem us now out of our exile from one another, making all Israel one united people. Rosh Chodesh Elul, Yeh B'yamei Shlishi Revi'i. The new month of Elul begins on Tuesday and Wednesday. God of holiness, let the new month bring for us and for the whole house of Israel life and peace, happiness and joy, deliverance and comfort. And let us say, Amen. We now turn to the inside back cover as our hearts and our prayers turn to those who are ill or recuperating. Included in my list if you have names that you would like us to include with our prayers, please call them out. There are many people who are hurt this week in a variety of terrorist attacks on many continents, and our prayers are with them for complete and speedy healing as well. I was going to mention later the over 450 now people whose lives have been lost already in Sierra Leone, but there are many others who are surviving, and may they hope, may they find speedy recovery and complete recovery as well. We read together, "O God, in our hearts we name those who are facing illness and pain. We join our prayers with the prayers of all who love them. Give them renewed comfort and courage. Strengthen in them the healing powers you have placed within us all. Guide the hands and hearts of those who are entrusted with their care. May the knowledge of your love and ours give added hope to them and to their dear ones. May they find even greater strength because our prayers are linked to theirs. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofei HaCholim." We praise you, eternal God, the source of healing and health. It's become our tradition to add, Mishaberach Avotenu V'imotenu. May the one who blessed and protected our ancestors guard all those whom we have entrusted with the responsibility of defending our freedom and protecting us. In this country, in the land of Israel, and everywhere they've been called to serve, may they return home safely. And let us say, Amen. So I got all excited when I saw that the Torah portion this week is Re'eh. Because when I think of Re'eh, I hear Shirley Eltis's voice reading a part that says, Re'eh, look, I have put before you life and death and good and evil. Choose the life that you may live. I love that. I love the way she read it. I don't think there's any Torah portion I love more than hearing her read it, having heard her read it. And I hear it in my head often when I'm looking to make good choices. And it starts, this Torah portion starts with Re'eh. Anochi noten lifnechem hayom. The same thing. Look, I have put before you today. But it's different. It says baracha, which you know is blessing, and klala, and curse. And so part of what we love about the Torah portion, both of them, is that it's about choosing. Look, I've put these things before you. On the other hand, it was good and evil. Choose the good that you can live. And this time it's about blessing and curse. One of the things that the rabbis teach us is that when it says Re'eh, look, it's talking to you as an individual. But then it says, I have put before you. If you were reading it in its appropriate way, you would be saying, look, I have put before y'all, that's the right way to translate it, by the way, blessing and curse. And so the rabbis say, there's something awesome about the fact that there's the singular and the plural. I think that it means that we're being talked to as a people, but also as individuals, because we work together, we live together, we die together as individuals and as a group. So the blessings if you keep my commandments, and the curse if you don't, and it's not surprising, we're in Moses' swan song here. He's trying to get us ready to go into the promised land without him. The blessings include things that I love, because I should have started by saying, I love being Jewish. I love being Jewish. And so this Torah portion has some of the things that are my favorite things about being Jewish. Even, believe it or not, keeping kosher. I was called this week by the base that someone is retiring, and so there was an Orthodox rabbi coming as part of this retirement, and they needed kosher food. How soon do you need it? We can go to Dallas. Oh, tonight. This was yesterday, like now. And I happen to have some kosher food that I could give them. And but I love keeping kosher. The Torah portion has to do with not just what animals you're allowed to eat and not, but it's about the holidays. I love keeping the holidays. I think they're fun. I think they're inspiring, inspirational. I like tying together to all history. But some of what it talks about, I'm going to be honest, that when I read it, it would make me not want to be Jewish. Because it says that when you get to the new land, you are supposed to wipe out all of the semblances of somebody else's religion, all the altars and everything else. You're supposed to obliterate them. And if anybody worshipped other people, other gods, you're supposed to obliterate them. Does that sound like the Judaism you know? It's there. It's in the Torah. If I read that, I would not be Jewish right now, because I won't do it. I can't believe I can do it. I don't think that I'd be able to do it, to wipe out somebody else because they worshipped gods in a different way. I don't know that I could do it. It's not in me. And so I have to look at it some more. Look at it. Re'eh, see. The word re'eh, the word for see, has to do with light, because this word is also tied to the word or, for light. And so it reminds me that this week we have the eclipse. And so in Jewish tradition, do you know that what Jewish tradition teaches about an eclipse? It says that, this is the quote from the Talmud. It says, when the luminaries are stricken, it is an ill omen for the world. To what can we compare this? To a king of flesh and blood who prepared a feast for his servants and set a lantern to illuminate the hall. And the lantern is the sun, the lantern is the moon. But then he became angry with them, and he said to his servant, take the lantern from before them and seat them in darkness. And so in Jewish tradition, we were supposed to see that an eclipse was a bad sign. But you know what? We started with Re'eh, Anochi noten lifnechem hayom. Re'eh, I put before you today. And then we get a choice between blessing and curse. And as Jews, we choose blessing. And as Jews, we choose what I like to call, and it's not just me, the moral imperative. That we choose, we have a choice. God put before us blessing and curse. And I'm going to say that in this Torah portion, it would be a curse for us to wipe out somebody else's holy places. I think that's a curse. I'm not choosing that. I'm choosing to live my life as a light. And if something like an eclipse is a symbol of impending doom or punishment, then it means we don't have a choice. Because we already know that we're going to have an eclipse on Monday. I can tell you exactly what time it's going to be. And if we already know that, then it means we don't have a choice. It means it's already predestined. And I know that God is telling me right here, Re'eh, Anochi noten lifnechem hayom. I'm putting before you a choice. And so we make moral choices. And so we choose to be the light in the world. The part that I like about it is that when we see that eclipse, and remember not to look into it, but when you see the eclipse, at the end of the darkest part, when we see that very first sliver of light coming out, that part that means that it's not dark anymore, That's when we start the month of Elul, that we're getting closer and closer to God. So, what could have been the most horrifying Torah portion winds up to me being one of the most inspiring Torah portions, because it teaches me to make a choice between what I think is the morally appropriate thing, and what could be a curse. So I will talk to you more about it tomorrow in our Torah study. But at this point, do you want me to tell them, or are you coming up, Mr. President? So let me tell you a few things that are going on. Max, how was our stream today? We had a good stream today. We think we have worked out the kinks of the YouTube streams. So continue to watch there. Magical religious school, and I mean magical religious school, starts on Sunday. We're starting again on Sunday. This Sunday, 9:30. Wednesday we have Hebrew. Next Sunday we start the Aleph class. Can't wait to see you for that. Remember, the solar eclipse is Monday. Do not look directly into the sun. If you would like some exercise and fellowship, as we mentioned before, along with a small dose of spiritual preparation for the High Holy Days, choose to join and be at the first of the season's Elul walks on Wednesday, this Wednesday the 23rd at 8 a.m. Meet in the Line Avenue entrance parking lot of Betty Virginia Park. Helene is leading you in this thing. I think it's an awesome idea. I hope I make it at 8 o'clock in the morning. If you want to do it, but that's not a good time for you, please let her know, because we can be flexible with this. We have to start somewhere. And that's what she picked. The deadline for paying sisterhood or brotherhood dues for this year is August 31st. You can pay online or in the office. It would be wonderful if every member of B'nai Zion is also a member of the sisterhood or brotherhood. The deadline for the new Jewish directory information is also August 31st. Please let us know what you want in there. I want to point out that 2 weeks from tonight, we will be celebrating Lionel Eltis's 100th birthday together here. 100th birthday. Kenahara, we say. It's also Simcha Shabbat, so if you happen to have a puny or lesser birthday, you are welcome, or an anniversary in September, please join us, and he's going to share some cake. But be here. 100 years, what a blessing. What a blessing. Remember that Nifty Conclave, the Fall Conclave, is going to be here in November. We need you. If you're not going to be here for housing, or if you can't house, then be a transporter, or if you can't be a transporter, think about providing food or donations. Please help. You should have gotten your memorial book packet. So if not, find them in the office or online. Donations were made to B'nai Zion or for pulpit flowers in loving memory of Evelyn Kern by Jackie and Ron Neerman and family, in loving memory of Sarah Nelbert by Roseanne and Bob Fry, and in loving memory of Kenneth Pittman by Jan Pittman. And now I'd like to call anybody who is under the age of 13 to please come up and open the ark. Everybody else, please turn to page 148. Yeah, you want to come up? Okay, 13 and under. 13. She turns 14 this week. So say happy birthday to her, too. Up to the bema. Come on up, all the way 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 up. Open the ark. Turn around, face the Torahs, open the ark. Yeah. And help us lead. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon ha'kol, latet gedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu kigoy ha'aratzot, velo samanu kemishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, va'anachnu koreim, ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. And when the doors are closed, you may be seated. That's good. 13 and under. You may be seated. We have a tradition that is kind of before bat mitzvah anyway, so you can keep doing it. Keep going before you did your service. So we continue on page 150. The day will come when all shall turn with trust to you, O God, hearkening to your voice, bearing witness to your truth. Please join me. We pray with all our hearts. Let violence be gone. Let the day come soon when evil shall give way to goodness, when war shall be forgotten, and all at last shall live in freedom. O source of life, may we, created in your image, embrace one another in friendship and in joy. Then shall we be one family, and then shall your sovereignty be established on earth, and the word of your prophet fulfilled. The eternal God will reign forever and ever. On that day, O God, you shall be one, and your name shall be one. Bayom hahu, yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo, u'shemo, u'shemo echad. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. I want to remind us about the fact that so far in this country, we have lost 22 people in our military in the line of duty. 5 were lost in August. We've lost 80 police officers in the line of duty, 8 in August. We've lost 61 firefighters, 2 in August. We lost 3 people this week in Charlottesville. And there have been over 4, and we had, see, I had a list before. We had 13 people in Barcelona. We still at 13? 14 people in Barcelona. And then there was another one that just happened, and it wasn't clear to me that it was terrorist or not. I don't know, the stabbing thing. Did you see about that? There are more deaths. There are lots of deaths. This world is a place that needs to be healed, and we can do this by being an example in the world. This world needs healing, and we can do this. That's our choice, to be the blessing. And over 450 people, as I said before, in Sierra Leone. As we remember them, let us meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. And because the magnitude of this loss, these losses are so big, I invite you to take a moment of silence and say the prayers that we need to say in our own hearts. However brief may be our time on earth, O God, you endow our fleeting days with abiding worth. We now recall the loved ones whom death has recently taken from us. We remember Dr. Leonard Goldman. We remembered Raymond Muroff. We remember parents of congregants who died this past year. We remember Kurt Strauss and Shirley Seligman. And as we remember those who died at this season in years past, we take them into our hearts with our own. Those for whom we're observing Yortzeit this week include Jenny Baker, Isidore Bluestein, Joseph Gardspain, Ben Goldstein, Benjamin Greenberg, Jesse Stark Grossman, Joe Hafter, Abraham Hyman, Xanath Jones, Sylvia Katz, Evelyn Kern, James Manheim II, Sarah Nelbert, Kenneth Pittman, Jimmy Rosenblum, Mildred Schultz, Aaron Selber Jr., Morton L. Simon, Seymour Wagner, Gussie Zielinski, Mayer Zwick. Is it Mayer or Meyer? Does anybody remember who he was? Meyer Zwick, M-E-Y-E-R. I don't want him, Meyer, I think. I hope. The Sauer family, we can ask. I'm sorry if I said his name incorrectly. I hope I didn't say anybody else's name incorrectly. In this moment of memory, our griefs and sympathies are mingled. Loving God, we rise as together we praise your name. The Mourner's Kaddish is found on page 154, and the translation is on 155. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divra chiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yeheh shemei Rabbah mevorach la'alam olamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yit'alev v'yithalal shemei d'kudsha barichu. La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehe shalama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. Amen. Please be seated. I need to call up everybody who, all right, let's do it this way. 13 and under. Does that help? Come on. 13 and under. 14 and under. If you have not done a bat mitzvah, or you're 13 and under, 14 and under. If you have done a bat mitzvah and you're 14 and under, 14 and under. Does that count? 14 and under. Sheesh, I'm trying to be inclusive. Sheesh, sheesh. It's not going to be a big enough challah? Come on. We're good at sharing. Hold on. Everybody hold on to the bottom. Hold on to the bottom. Yay, Margarita, come on in. You got to sneak in. You got to come on, put your hand in. Everybody got that? All right, ready? Go. Oh, you're right. It's not big enough. Let's go back. Let's do this again next week. Go. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz v'te'avon. All right, pull. Or make sure everybody gets some. Well, no, it's just sometimes things are crunchy on the outside and yummy on the inside. Everybody get? Oh my goodness. Marguerite, take this one. Take this one. Bring it back to your family. Thank you. She did a really good job. Yes, indeed. Let's pray that the eclipse on Monday, when we do start to see that sun again, that it's hope and light, and that it reminds us and inspires us to be hope and to be light and to look for it. One of the things that I did this week is there's a group that meets on Thursday mornings. I won't tell you where. I was going to tell you more of this information. They meet on Thursday mornings, a clergy group. And I'm supposed to be, my alarm goes off every week on Thursday. And I don't always go. And I like these guys. But half of them are there and they love me because I'm Jewish and I'm, the chosen people, and that their Bible starts with our Bible. I feel like they treat us like a little kid, like we're their little baby brother or sister or something, except we are the grown-ups here, and they are our baby sister. But that's beside the point. That happens sometimes. And then the other half of this group is very sad because I do not have a place in eternity. And it makes them very sad. And every week they bombard me with things to read and stuff to do. And it's a little bit exhausting to go sometimes. I really like these guys, and we have interesting conversations, and they ask me questions. And I felt like I really needed to go there this week because I feel like we have an obligation to be talking to our neighbors, to be talking to each other. That's what we need. And that's the way I do it. You know that when the world is, if there is an ominous thing going on in the world, which is what the Jews used to believe about an eclipse, then there are lots of ways that we could fix it. And some people are going to protest, and some people are going to defend their territory, and some people are going to give tzedakah, and some people are going to talk to people. And I hope that everybody finds their way of being a light. Please rise for the closing benediction. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you, and may God protect you. Yair Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. May that light of God's face shine upon you and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God's face always be lifted up to you. May God find the thing in you that God needs to look up to. And may God grant you peace. Shabbat shalom. Ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba bim bam, ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba ya ba 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 ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba bim bam, ya ba ba ya ba ba bum. Oh ya ba bim bam, ya ba bim bam, ya ba bim bam, ya ba ya ba ya ba bim bam, ya ba bim bam, ya ba ya ba bum.